In this video, we'll be preparing pattern pieces for simulation. We will cover the following: 3D layers and collision types. The 3D layer feature allows you to organize and manage pattern pieces with a stacking order. This feature is useful when working with garments that have multiple pieces stacked on top of one another, such as patch pockets, plackets, and cuffs. The 3D layer feature uses the following logic. Layers with lower numbers are closer to the body. Layers with higher numbers are further from the body. By default, all pattern pieces are assigned to layer 2. Layer 0 is the layer closest to the body. Adjusting 3D layers is important because it ensures that there are no collisions when we stitch and drape patterns on top of one another. Let's see what patterns we need to change the layers for in our file. If you are coming back to this file after working on another garment, be sure that the correct avatar is loaded in the 3D window. Click Prepare to see the previously arranged pattern pieces. For example, this placket on this dress overlaps. The wearer's right placket should be sitting one layer above the wearer's left placket. Since the default layer for all patterns is 2, we can either reduce the layer of the wearer's left placket or increase the layer of the wearer's right placket. Let's increase the wearer's right placket layer. To change the 3D layer of a piece, we use the Select tool, then go to the 2D window and click the piece. After that, we go to the Context view. 3D layer is displayed in the Draping Properties section. We simply type in the value we want for the piece. We will change the wearer's right placket to layer 3. After changing the 3D layer, we can see the placket now sits a bit above the other placket in Prepare. Note that we can also change the 3D layers in Arrange mode. The Collision Types feature allows you to set the order in which pieces are layered when they collide. This feature is particularly useful when working with pieces such as cuffs, plackets, button-up shirts, and collars. To view collision type, we click a pattern piece, then go to the Context view in the Draping Properties section. Note that there is a default collision type. Clicking the drop-down displays the available options. How do we know which is the correct to use? To know which option we should select, we must first look at the pattern piece and its grain line. We turn the display of the grain line on using the appropriate button on the 2D window toolbar. The grain line determines the collision type direction of a piece. Think of the grain line as a compass, where the diamond shape shows the rightward direction the grain line is pointing to. The opposite direction to the grain line is the left direction. Top is clockwise from left, and bottom is clockwise from right. In this garment, we have a collar where we want the part of the wearer's right to overlap the part of the wearer's left. First, let's identify the wearer's right. From this, we know we need to change the collision type to bottom over top. If the grain line is not correct as seen on the pattern, we can rotate it. Selecting the grain line, we can use the gizmo to rotate it. Hold Shift while rotating to constrain the rotation to 45 degrees. With the new grain line rotation, the collision type should be right over left. In the 3D window, for the collar to be overlapping in Prepare mode, we need to turn on Constrained Area in Arrange mode. Now the part of the wearer's right is overlapping the part on the wearer's left. Let's save our file. In this video, we've covered 3D layers and collision types. For more information on the topics discussed, check out the video description.